Since the beginning, humans have gathered around the fire, looked up at the night sky, and told stories. We are the only species that then took those stories and carved them into the world, painting on cave walls, burning precious energy just to record ideas. Why? Why did we do that? And we still do, because storytelling is built into us. It's how we fuse imagination with reality and emotion. When we tell a story, something unusual happens in the brain. We don't just remember the world, we reshape it. Story by story, we become more creative. From birth to 5, our child's brain wires at top speed, millions of new connections each second, and hits 90% of adult size by 5. What accelerates that wiring? Your voice at bedtime. Reading one book a day to a child adds hundreds of thousands more words before school. 5 a day adds over 1 million. Brain scans show story time lights up imagery network so kids see the tale. Ask what happens next. And you are training creativity and problem solving. Bedtime story builds brain. What if AI could supercharge bedtime story? We ask ourselves two simple questions. How can AI help parents tell better stories at night? And how can it help children experience richer, more fascinating stories? Stories that grows their imagination and their intelligence. But we didn't want just another cute story about dragon. We wanted stories that makes the brain more imaginative, more creative, but also teach something real. So here's what we built. We take complex research, scientific papers, discoveries, breakthroughs across every field of knowledge. The kind of text even adults struggle to read. Then we use multiple LLMs working together to transform that into bedtime stories for children aged 3 to 12. At age 3, the story is gentle, warm, and magical. As the child grows, we keep the magic, but the stories become more complex, more detailed, more truthful, but always told in a world the child understands. This means parents, teachers, and kids get stories rooted in real science, art, and discovery, but told in a way a child's brain can absorb, love, and remember. That's what we've done. Let me show you. You're looking at this beautiful paper, Quantum Entanglement, the physics of spooky action at a distance. And as you read through that, you say, wow, this is amazing, you know? And you've got a 4-year-old at home who is also fascinated with these things. So how can you turn this complex description of quantum entanglement into a bedtime story? So this is how you do it. You take the URL, you go to the tool, you put it here as the source, you give it a title, Spooky Friends. You choose an LLM, let's say OpenAI, GPT-4 Turbo, and then Mistral, and DeepSeek. And then you say, create story. And the story is being created. So when it's completed, you see Spooky Friends. You click on that, and when you open the story, you can see in a quiet, sleepy village nestled between two gentle hills live a curious little girl called Elara. Elara loves secrets and mysteries more than anything. And her favorite mystery was the secret language of the stars. Every night she would press her nose against her bedroom, watching the star twinkle. And this is about the bit which is about quantum entanglement. Watch, they said together. They floated to opposite sides of her room, one by her toy box, the other by her bookshelf. Now, said Pip, I'm going to do a dance. And Pip began to spin, glowing a brilliant royal blue. At the very same moment, without any signal, flip! The other star also began to spin, glowing the exact same shade of royal blue. How did you do that? Elera asked, amazed. We took quantum entanglement and we transform it into a bedtime story. And we can do the same thing for any research paper from any fields of knowledge. Thank you very much.